Non-negotiable, you have to be approaching 20 women per week. I know for some of you that sounds insane, but this is a must. 20 women per week might sound like a lot, but there's a really easy way that you can get this done. Use the weekends. Use Saturdays, use Sundays, use Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. It's easier than you think to be able to have 20 conversations as long as you're doing it at times where there are a lot of people around. I used to teach guys, and you can still do this, so you make it a little bit of a habit. Maybe you approach one person every day, and then over a month it kind of starts adding up and it becomes this great habit that you can now have because you've done it so frequently. But I've also found that you just don't get all the numbers in because you don't have people around, let's say in January on a cold Wednesday afternoon. Instead, utilize the weekends to get that number up. Another non-negotiable, swiping anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half per day. Now you can change this up depending on how many dates you're getting. If you're crushing it, getting a lot of dates, you don't need to be swiping that much. But if you're not getting a lot of dates, one of the things you can do besides trying to optimize your profile is swiping more. Why? More volume. More volume here, more volume here. More interactions, more chances of getting a date. While these two seem more difficult, we do help you optimize your approach and your profile for your online dating with our coaching program. Head over to tripadvicecoaching.com, book a free call so my team can chat with you. We can figure out what's going wrong and how we can get you more dates with women that you actually want to be with. So check that out. Link is in the description down below. Now, number 3. I have 2 more ideas where you can kind of switch off. You don't have to do them, but at least do one of them. The first one is events. So going to 1 to 2 events that are happening in your city every week. Obviously a little bit easier for cities that are bigger, but from the cities that do have a large population or even a medium-sized population, you will be able to get those events by going on Facebook, meetup.com, literally typing into a search engine, events happening in my city at this date and time, and things will start to pop up. A few of those events per week so you can socialize, meet more people. Maybe it can be connected to your approach number, or even it's happening on like a Wednesday night where you wouldn't be doing approaching, so it's an addition to the 20 approaches that you're doing on the heavier days. Dinners. Now, you don't have to be doing dinners and events together. Of course, you could if you want to. It's just a lot of going out. I'm trying to be somewhat realistic here. But if you do a couple of dinners per week or 1 dinner per week, even 1 every 2 weeks, something to that regimen, then you could be having more opportunities to meet women who are out at those dinners. Yes, doing approaches of women that are at the bar of the places that you're frequenting. Maybe you start going to a place more often, and so you start to get to know the staff a little bit, and then it's even easier for you to go around, to socialize, to talk to people. Maybe they even introduce you to people. You never know. But in some medium-sized to bigger-sized cities, going out to a few dinners per week, bring your friends. You don't have to go alone to this. And you can even utilize dinners in a whole different way. You can utilize dinners as group dinners where instead of going to the dinner to approach people or talk to people or socialize with people who are there, you bring friends and you tell those friends to bring friends. You start building a social circle, and now you're able to even meet more people through these dinner events that you're creating. Now we want to optimize. What do I mean? Well, we're getting the volume in here, right? But now we want to optimize so that all these different things are going to be higher conversion. So what I mean by optimize is optimizing your look, optimizing your dating profile, so that way all of these large numbers that are coming from here are going to give you even better shot at taking this to the next level where they're actually wanting to go on dates with you. And then you want to focus on the first date and really nailing the first date, because if you get the first date down really well and you're able to build attraction over the first date, now you can get second and third dates, which is going to what? Fill up your calendar even more. So it's not just a calendar full of first dates, but second and third dates. How do we nail the first date? We want to ask interesting questions when you're sitting down with her. You want to feel comfortable. You want to act relaxed. That's going to make her be more attracted to you. And of course, throw in a little humor and be funny. If you can balance all of those at once, it's really game over from that point, because that's all she wants. She got to know you on an approach, she got to know you a little bit online, she gets the major idea of you. Now she wants to make sure that you're not some weird creep and that you can be someone that can be easy to be around and someone who can be fun to be around.